We're looking at a collection of 10 19th century leather-bound books. I will flip through each of them to give you a sense. Here's Letters of Boswell, 1857, of how these books survive today. All of them are clean, tight, and sound. There's Tennyson. This is a nice book. Cambridge edition is complete collected works. And here's a beautiful binding, Charles Lamb. Okay, a couple fine early custom book plates. And we see here a color lithographed portrait frontis, 1869 London. Oh yes, here's another color lithographed image. And here is another one, and another right here. That's the sister of Charles Lamb, it says. What's interesting here is at the back of the book, the binder has bound in the original cloth cover into the back of the custom binding. And this is Sheraton's works, marbled end papers, edges, and boards. Let's see here, the date is 1899 London. Tight and sound. Here's Bryant's poems in typical 19th century half leather binding, fine engraved portrait frontis, as well as a profusion of these small line drawings throughout. And this is a wonderful volume. Mrs. Sigourney's poems. She was a very famous female poet and author of her time. We see an engraved frontis and half title. Carey and Hart is the publisher in Philadelphia, 1849. All edges are gilt. And there are other engraved plates with tissue guards throughout, as we see here. Yes, it would appear that there are quite a number, like so, and on as we go through the book. There is scattered foxing, but really overall it's tight, clean, and sound. The images were printed, of course, on a different type of paper than the text, which explains why the paper for the images is slightly foxed and the surrounding text paper is not. These images, of course, would have been separately produced and then bound in later into the book. When it was bound, let's see here. This book actually may well be right. This is mid-20th century. It's a 1950, but it's a binding that in appearance is very similar to the others. So it's an outlier for date, but in terms of shelf appearance, it fits right in. This is a 1905 Charles Lamb book, illustrated in an attractive leather binding. Here we see the Ingoldsby Legends. This is a mid-19th century binding, 1869. Marbled edges, end papers, and boards. And the final volume is, again, a typical but very nice gilt binding of the later part of the 19th century, 1883. It's well illustrated throughout with full-page plates. And this collection of 10 leather-bound books is currently available on my website, briandemambro.com.